Heinrich for U.S. Senate.
Thank you, J. Paul.
He's 97.
Representative J. Paul Taylor, ladies and gentlemen. You're a great leader for our state, and I'm privileged to call you my cousin and to share this stage with you today. My name is Antonio Maestas. It is my honor to second the nomination for Martin Heinrich for the Senate of the United States of America. I have known Martin since before he was on the Albuquerque City Council, and he has always fought for the middle class. The last 3 years as my congressman, he has fought to end the war in Iraq, to make health care more affordable, and protect Medicare and Social Security. During his time in Washington, Martin has been home practically every weekend and held over 3,000 constituent meetings. It is his commitment to accessibility that has made him so great to work with. 26 years, my fellow Democrats, 26 years the Republicans held Congressional District 1 here in Albuquerque and Torrance County. 26 years until Martin had the courage and the strength to win that seat for Democrats in 2008. And in 2010, during the greatest GOP onslaught of our generation, he held on to that seat. And he held on to that seat because he held on to his political principles. That is the kind of senator we need in the United States Senate. And so please welcome the next senator from the state of New Mexico, our own Congressman Martin Heinrich.
By J. Paul Taylor of Doña Ana County. And also, what an honor it was to have that motion seconded by our own representative here, Mo Maestas. I didn't know they were cousins before we asked them. The 2012 elections are going to determine the direction of our country for many, many years to come. And all of us as Democrats, we're going to have to pull together to make sure that we elect Democrats all up and down the ballot. From the State House to the White House to the United States Senate. I'm running so that we can build on the incredible foundation that great New Mexican senators like Clinton Anderson, Joseph Montoya, Dennis Chavez, and yes, Jeff Bingaman have built for us. Let me start by telling you a little bit about myself and where I come from. Growing up, my parents were the hardest working people I ever knew. My dad was an IBEW lineman. My mother was a factory worker. They were the kind of people, if you know what I mean, that would come home and shower after work, at the end of the day, not before they went to work. And they spent their careers working hard and playing by the rules, like many of you in this room. And all they wanted back from their country, they wanted their kids to have a better life, to be able to go to college if we wanted to. They wanted the Social Security and the Medicare that they paid into for decade after decade to actually be there for them when they retired. Unfortunately today, when you look around this country, those are the very values that we see under attack. Heather Wilson and her Republican friends in D.C. are focused on making sure that millionaires can pay lower taxes, instead of being focused on making sure that we create jobs for hard-working New Mexicans. But it's those hard-working New Mexicans, it's you, that I want to go to Washington, D.C. to fight for. Let me ask you a question. Does it make sense that the teachers in this audience, the firefighters, the electricians, pay higher tax rates than millionaires like Mitt Romney? No, it doesn't. You know I've always fought for working people and for the middle class. When I was on the Albuquerque City Council, I led the fight to raise the minimum wage. And in Congress, I'm fighting to end the Bush tax breaks for millionaires and billionaires and to bring our troops home from Afghanistan. In the Senate, my priorities aren't going to change. They'll be to create quality jobs here in New Mexico and to protect Medicare and Social Security. Now, during my own campaigns, which Mo talked about, I never shied away from the tough votes. I don't think we win as Democrats by trying to be Republican light. But you all know 2010 was a tough year, a very hard election for Democrats everywhere. And as I said on election night, I won that election because I stuck to the courage of my convictions. I took hard votes and I campaigned on them. And that's the approach we're going to take to the United States Senate.
Yeah.
Now, Republicans in Washington are always talking about how to cut everything to balance the budget. And I'll tell you, I agree with half of that statement. We have to balance our budget. But folks, there is a right way to do it and a wrong way to do it. Privatizing Medicare is the wrong way to balance our budget.
Right.
The right way to balance the budget is to roll back those Bush tax breaks for millionaires and billionaires. The right way to balance our budget is to invest in infrastructure here in America and jobs here in America.
Yeah.
And the right way to balance our budget is to bring those brave Americans serving in Afghanistan home to their families. Let me tell you something. In 2012, as a party, if we fight for jobs, if we fight for Medicare and Social Security, fight for education and our veterans, Well, 2012 is going to be the year we turn the Tea Party out of Washington, D.C. And the year we put the middle class back in the driver's seat in this country. Now, it has been an incredible honor to represent New Mexico in the United States House of Representatives. And today, I want to ask you for your vote to be your next United States Senator. So Democrats, thank you for what you stand for. Keep fighting for those things that we stand for as a party, and on to victory in November.